Welcome, everyone. I'm excited to kick off this presentation with you today. The title of our session is A Family Legacy That Grows Across Generations. We'll explore how a carefully planned insurance strategy can turn small, regular contributions into lasting multi-generational wealth. We'll also look at ways to protect that wealth from taxes and poor financial decisions. Over the next few slides, I'll guide you through the key concepts and strategies that can help your family build a legacy that endures. Let's get started. Our family's legacy journey is really about the story of how my wife and I started at age 41, realizing that a common financial mistake had set us back nearly 20 years in growth potential. It's a humbling reminder that even late in the game, it's never too late to make a change. Despite the late start, we decided to implement a strategic plan, one focused on creating lasting wealth, and not just for us, but for generations to come. This presentation is all about sharing that approach. We're talking about building a self-sustaining legacy, something that gets stronger with each new generation. And here's the key. This legacy can thrive regardless of how long we live or the financial choices our children make. It's about creating a resilient foundation that can withstand different circumstances and still grow over time. So, as we go through this, I want you to think about how these principles can apply to your own family's journey. Because at the end of the day, it's about creating something meaningful that lasts far beyond our own lifetimes. Now, let's take a closer look at the core elements of our legacy plan. First up is the Joint Last to Die Insurance. This is a tax-advantaged whole-life policy designed to pay out only after both spouses have passed away. It ensures that we can provide for our family and secure their future without the immediate tax implications that can come with other types of policies. Next, we have the family trust structure. Think of this as a legal vehicle that holds and manages our wealth according to specific instructions we've set. It helps us control how our assets are distributed, making sure our wishes are honored and that our estate is handled efficiently. Then there's the generational policy cascade. This is a self-funding system that creates new policies for each generation. Essentially, it allows our legacy to grow and sustain itself over time, creating a lasting financial foundation for our descendants. And I want to emphasize, this is not our retirement plan. It's our family's legacy plan, focused on preserving and passing down our values and wealth across generations. This approach helps us think long-term and ensures our family's financial well-being for years to come. Let's talk about the parents' plan, which we see here as the foundation of our strategy. We're looking at a joint last-to-die whole-life insurance policy, which means it provides coverage until both parents have passed away. The premium for this policy is $400 a month, so $4,800 annually. Over time, this builds up a projected death benefit of over $1 million. Specifically, $1,110,253, and that amount is expected to increase as the policy grows. By age 71, the cash value of this policy is estimated to be around $601,789, which can serve as a source of funds if needed. Over the 30 years of paying premiums, the total comes to about $144,000. Now, this policy is really central to our overall legacy plan. It's not just about leaving a financial inheritance, it also acts as a potential emergency fund. If an urgent need arises, we can borrow against the cash value. But it's important to remember, any borrowed amount must be repaid if we want to keep the legacy intact. So, in essence, this policy provides financial security now and in the future, serving as both a protective and a wealth-building tool aligned with our overall goals. Let's talk about the trust as the engine of legacy. First, one of the key advantages is the tax-free transfer. When both spouses pass away, the death benefit flows into the trust without any tax implications, helping preserve the full value for the next generation. Next, we have policy creation. The trust purchases whole-life policies on each adult child, typically around age 40, to ensure a lasting legacy. Now, on to self-funding. This means that aside from our initial out-of-pocket premium of about $400 a month, all the rest is funded directly by the trust, making it a sustainable, ongoing process. And finally, it's designed to be mistake-proof. Even if the children encounter financial mistakes along the way, the trust structure ensures that the legacy continues unaffected, providing peace of mind and long-term security. All of these elements work together to create a resilient, effective way to pass on wealth across generations. Now, let's take a closer look at the policies we have in place for the second generation of adult children. Each child is covered by a policy that costs $10,000 per year, and this premium is paid directly by the trust. The coverage begins around the age of 46, providing a solid starting point for long-term security. The initial death benefit at that time is approximately $162,259, which increases significantly as they age. By the time they reach age 76, the death benefit grows to over $1 million, specifically, about $1,023,446. Over the 30-year period, the total premiums paid amount to roughly $300,000. What's important to understand here is that these policies are designed to create substantial value for each child, meaning they build wealth and security over time. And the best part is, all of this is funded entirely by the parent's original policy through the trust, making it a very efficient and strategic way to pass on wealth. This approach ties into the overall theme of creating a lasting legacy, building value for the next generation while maintaining control and efficiency. As we look to the future generations, the growth truly becomes exponential. Starting with our grandchildren, or what we call Generation 3, we see policies that are funded early in life, typically at birth or during early childhood. These policies are designed to build significant wealth over time. For example, by the time they reach age 21, the death benefit could be around $738,000, and by age 70, that could grow to over $7 million. And this is all with total premiums of just $200,000, paid over 20 years at about $10,000 a year. Moving forward to the next generation, the great-grandchildren, or Generation 4, the potential for even larger policies increases. These are often funded by a trust that becomes more substantial over time, and the funding itself can be based on a percentage of the trust's assets. Because of this, their death benefits could potentially reach into the millions, creating a much larger legacy. And beyond that, with Generation 5 and further, the power of compounding really kicks in. The wealth accumulated through this process can grow exponentially across generations. The combined family legacy potential can exceed $25 million, demonstrating how this strategy can create extraordinary wealth and security for future generations. In essence, this approach isn't just about individual wealth. It's about building a lasting legacy that grows and multiplies over time, ensuring financial security and opportunity for generations to come. When we think about contingency planning, it's really about building in flexibility to adapt to life's uncertainties. And one powerful way to do that is by pre-funding policies for our grandchildren. Now, how does that work? Essentially, we can borrow against our policy's cash value to fund future needs. Think of it as drawing from the future death benefit, which means we're using the policy's built-in resources now, with the understanding that they'll be available later. This approach helps ensure continuity, regardless of how long we live. Whether we live many years or pass away sooner, the transfer of wealth continues smoothly. It creates what I like to call an unbroken chain, passing on wealth seamlessly from one generation to the next. Most importantly, it guarantees that no matter when the timing occurs, our grandchildren won't miss out on the benefits. This strategy ties directly into the overall theme of smart, flexible planning, preparing for the unexpected while securing a legacy for future generations. Let's talk about the power of the compounding effect. Even saving just $400 a month can, over time, grow into millions. It's pretty remarkable how consistent, small contributions can lead to such substantial wealth in the long run. This growth happens because of the compounding, where your earnings start generating their own earnings. And what's exciting is that each generation benefits more and more. As this system matures, it becomes even more beneficial for those involved. And the key to making this work is the trust structure. It keeps the system self-sustaining, ensuring that it can continue to grow and support everyone involved. So, in essence, this isn't just about individual savings. It's about creating a legacy that gets stronger over generations, all built on trust and consistent contributions. Beyond money, what I'm really talking about here is creating a true family legacy that lasts for generations. The key takeaway is that just $400 a month can build a self-sustaining, multi-million-dollar legacy machine. It's amazing how consistent, small contributions can grow into something much larger over time. This is where trust structures come into play. They make sure that wealth is transferred smoothly and efficiently from one generation to the next, without unnecessary taxes or delays. It's about setting up a system that works no matter how long someone lives or what financial choices the children might make. And the beauty is, this legacy isn't stagnant. It actually gets stronger with each generation, building a solid foundation that can support the family's future. As I often say, this isn't just about money. It's about making sure my family tree is never forgotten. It's about giving every generation a stronger foundation to build on, ensuring the family's values and wealth endure far beyond our own lifetimes.